Democrats are technically moving forward on trying to impeach Kristi Noem and maybe some other members of the Trump regime. Hakeem Jeffries said that House Democrats are poised to launch impeachment proceedings against Kristi Noem if President Trump doesn't remove her from power immediately, saying she's got to go. We're dead serious. We're dead serious. I got my baseball bat. That's how dead serious I am. She needs to be put on ice permanently. If Kristi Noem is not fired immediately, impeachment proceedings will commence, and we'll certainly see, because there's no sign that Trump is going to fire her, so it is going to fall to the Democrats. Jeffries also wants Stephen Miller out, saying Stephen Miller is the architect of Donald Trump's toxic immigration policies. He's a stone cold liar. He's a bigot. He's a hateful individual. He's a malignant, unelected interloper. He needs to go as well. So that was verbose, credit for vocabulary, but I don't know if he's gonna do it. Now, he's not the only one. Bernie Sanders also recently said that not another penny should be given to ICE or to border CBP unless there are fundamental reforms in how those agencies function, and until there is new leadership at the Department of Homeland Security and among those who run our immigration policy. He has also proposed repealing the entire big additional boost of $75 billion that went to ICE, that was approved by the GOP last summer, an end to warrantless arrests, which again should already be illegal, but sure, codified again, the unmasking of ICE and CBP, and more. And buttressing, I think, the confidence that at the very least people like Hakeem Jeffries are implying that they have is that Noem's polling is down. She's now at negative 16 points. I think that number should be way more negative considering the insane things that she's said, but at least there is some momentum here. So Brett, understanding that I'm gonna have to try to fix my audio problems that I'm having, give me your thoughts.
You sound good. So here's the situation: it is so obvious to people who are paying any attention to the news, and a great indicator of this is independence, that ICE is performing poorly. And people like Theo Vaughn, there is a certain amount of other not Theo Vaughn, but Andrew Schultz, and then indicators like Joe Rogan, who's not an influencer, he's an indicator. He just indicates what people like that are saying. He's not influence. He just like, let me check to see what a moron would think, who thinks that he's like not quite biased. Those folks are like, yeah, I think it's weird that you shot this person in the street. I think that's bad. I think it's strange that when I look up how many people you're deporting, when you say you want to get rid of the ruthless criminals, only 5% of the people that you're deporting really fit that description. Among the backdrop is like, Obama was just better at it. Obama was, if you want what Trump said he wants, Obama was better at doing that job because his people were folks that showed up to work and just quietly did their job. Mm-hmm. Trump and his entire team are the opposite of that, and it's apparent in every possible facet. They are my uncle, my cousin was a pitcher in the major leagues, and he talked about other pitchers in a book he wrote. And the more a pitcher would show up and talk about what a great pitcher he was without just throwing the ball, the more you realized he sucked at pitching. Donald Trump, Kristi Noem, Stephen Miller, they suck at this. They just want to be the person perceived as the one who is good at the job and favored by the manager of the team and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's missing from this is people like Hakeem Jeffries connecting that to stuff folks can rally around. And the same with Chuck Schumer. It's like, masks. What? Oh, they're wearing masks. The main thing we want to talk about is masks and body cameras. I want body cameras, but you need to get them out of the cities completely. You need to get them off of the streets completely. You need to make sure that if they have a plan to get rid of the ruthless criminals, they're not just going to Home Depot and saying like, I gotta hit my quota. Can you please get in my van or I will chase you down? And most certainly, they need to make America America again and make it illegal for ICE agents, Customs and Border Patrol to just show up and protection, to show up and say, hey, you're brown with an accent. Can I see your papers, please? Yeah. That is hair on fire, 4-alarm stuff that we all need to be rallying against. And I don't see it in this weird ChatGPT make it sound more pedantic and more verbose and more aristocratic filters I'm seeing in freaking Hakeem Jeffries, who's sending mixed messages along. He talks like that, and he's like, I'm gonna grab a baseball bat. Who are the people that are leading this flying umbrella?
Yeah, it is very frustrating. And that's why, look, I think a lot of people think like you can theoretically have something that will accomplish the productive things that this organization does, but trying at this point to reform it with its current leadership, its current membership, and everything just seems like a complete waste of time.
How are we not ready for it?
What you're saying that in terms of their bill?
How are they not ready? How do you not have the people in place? You lost. Get them. Figure it out now. Fire the coach. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's Super Bowl season.
Well, the Democrats at least don't generally do that. They didn't replace their leadership after losing the election. And by the way, I saw, I think it was Skittlebutt that asked about it. In defense of Hakeem Jeffries, I don't think he's implying that they would impeach Stephen Miller, which of course you can't do in the position he's in. I think he's saying that they would use the requirement that Stephen Miller be fired before something, providing the funding or whatever. Again, I don't think he's gonna do it, but I don't think he's implying that they can impeach Stephen Miller.